You're always there every text she sends. You answer every time she needs something. You show up, you think that's love. You think that's loyalty, but in her eyes, it's weakness because here's the truth. The man who's always available stops being valuable. When you're too nice to present, too easy to reach, you stop being a mystery and start being a guarantee. And no one respects what's guaranteed. She says she wants a nice guy, but she feels drawn to the man she can't fully predict. Because predictability kills attraction, and scarcity creates value. If you're always available, you teach her one thing, that she doesn't have to earn you. She knows you'll always answer, always agree, always show up, no matter how she treats you, and deep down that comfort kills her curiosity. The Stoics understood this long before psychology ever did. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Being a good man doesn't mean being endlessly available. It means being disciplined with your time, your attention, and your energy. Because attention is a gift, not a reflex when you give it to everyone. It means nothing but when you give it with purpose. It changes everything. The man who is always available loses his frame. He's not leading, he's reacting. He's not choosing, he's waiting to be chosen. You might think being available proves you care, but in reality it only proves you have nothing else to do. She respects the man who's busy building something. His body, his career, his mission, his empire. Because that man's time means something, and anything rare is valuable. Let's be brutally honest, most men today are desperate for connection. They confuse effort with value. They believe the harder they try, the more they'll be loved. But the harder you try to be liked, the easier you are to forget. Because when she knows exactly when you'll call, exactly what you'll say, exactly how you'll react, you become routine, and no woman is excited by routine. So, what do Stoic men do differently? They don't chase validation. They protect their attention. They understand that their presence is a privilege, not a promise. When a Stoic man gives his time, it's intentional when he speaks. It's deliberate, and when he disappears, it's powerful because silence isn't absence. It's contrast. There's a quote by Seneca that says, "He who is everywhere is nowhere," and that's what happens to men who are too available. They spread themselves too thin. They lose focus, purpose, and mystery all at once. The Stoic man guards his attention like treasure. He knows his energy is his kingdom. Not everyone deserves to enter it. Let's get practical. If she texts and you're in the middle of something important, finish what you're doing. If she cancels plans last minute, don't argue, don't chase. Don't explain, just move on. Let her feel your absence. Let her realize your time is worth something. Because the man who can walk away calmly is the man she never forgets. There's power in being unavailable. Not because you're playing games, but because you're prioritizing peace. You're teaching the world, my time matters, my focus matters, my mission matters, and that kind of discipline is magnetic. Women respect men who respect themselves because it shows restraint, control, and direction, 3 things modern men are starving for. Here's what you need to understand. Being too nice doesn't make you a better man. It makes you an easier man. Women don't fall in love with men they can walk all over. They fall for men who set boundaries, not to control her but to protect their peace. The Stoic man isn't cold, he's clear. He knows who deserves access and who doesn't. He doesn't seek approval, he gives it where it's earned. When you're too available, you teach her that she can interrupt your purpose anytime. But when you set boundaries, you teach her that your mission comes first. And guess what? That's when she starts respecting you more. Because purpose is masculine and presence without purpose is weakness. Don't mistake her frustration for rejection. Sometimes when you pull back, She tests harder, she get distant. Sarcastic, emotional. Just to see if you'll fold. That's when you breathe, that's when you stay grounded. Because your reaction defines your rank. If you flinch, you lose respect. If you stay calm, you gain power. Women test emotion, life tests discipline. And Stoics pass both the same way. By remaining unshaken, so, when she says you've changed, take it as a compliment. Because what she really means is you stopped being easy. You stopped being predictable. You stopped being available. You became a man with focus. And focus is magnetic. Remember this rule. If everyone can reach you, you have no boundaries. If everyone gets your time has no meaning. Be selective. Be deliberate, be stoic. Give your attention to those who've earned it, not to those who demand it. Because people chase what they can't easily have. It's human nature. And the man who learns to control his availability controls his world. So, from now on, stop rushing to reply. Stop over-explaining, stop being the man who's always there. Be the man who's missed when he's gone. Because scarcity builds value and calm builds respect. When you become harder to reach, you become harder to replace. And when you stop being too available, you start being unforgettable. You don't have to become distant. You just have to become disciplined. Stop giving your best to people who treat it like an option. Because attention is power, and power belongs to the man who protects it. Be that man, be the calm. Be the storm she can't predict. Be the mountain that never moves no matter who walks away. Remember, she doesn't want the man who's always available. She wants the man who's always in control. That's Stoicism, that's peace, that's power.